I'm going on vibes, bro.
Oh man, WJ Barrett says there's some breaking news on Bruno as well.
That's what I was. Yeah,
we have to. Yeah, sorry, we have to. Do you know what? Actually, let's start with this. Actually, let's start with this because for me, I think this is a load of rubbish. But I can't pronounce the name. Swilly, I'm gonna say. 1.3 million followers. You know, looks like a big account out there. I'm gonna say in Saudi. Yeah, Riyadh newspaper. So, you know, apparently Saudi media is claiming that Al Hilal have made an official offer for Bruno Fernandez. I mean,
it doesn't really work like that, does it?
I mean, they could make an offer.
No three parties,
right?
Yeah.
The Wealth Fund has to say, look, how they do their transfers. That's not even how it works. They're trying to act like they're moving like Barcelona. You know, like that doesn't make sense. Where's that? That doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't. Al Hilal are interested in Bruno Fernandez and will meet with Miguel Pino, his agent, to discuss his future. The Saudi club want to sign him before the start of the FIFA World Club Cup. Like, I mean, it's just not that. It's not going to happen. Bruno's not. I don't even really want to address this, but I feel like.
I mean, the thing is, but like, so what? You know, like, so they're interested. All right. I mean,
yeah.
All right. Okay. Like they obviously, who wouldn't want to sign Bruno right now? I mean, obviously he's in great form. He's playing well. He's doing amazing. They want to sign him. Okay. You know, we want to sign Jude Bellingham. Okay. It's not going to happen. That's okay. Like, that's how it feels to me. It's like, what else is there?
Yeah, you know what? I'll be honest. Give me the deed to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and then maybe you can buy Bruno's left shin pad. Otherwise, don't even bother coming near me with like. And do you know what? Do you know why it pissed me off? Do you know why I feel so annoyed about it? It's because I delved into the socials. I shouldn't. I started seeing people like, oh, yo, it could be sick. You know, imagine we get this much money for Bruno, then we do this.
Well, like people like Lil Yo-Yo, saying if it's 150,
150 million. Consider who? Consider where? Consider what? Are you done?
What a light 150 for Bruno, like 30.
That's one tooth.
150.
That's one tooth. You can buy one tooth for Bruno Fernandez for 150 mil. Everything else.
Wait. If 150 landed, we say absolutely not. Obviously, yeah. I'm just checking and see what. Yeah. Okay.
Bro, Bruno is
unless he wanted to leave, you know what I mean? Like that's the difference, right? But yeah, I don't. Unless he really wanted to go, but.
No,
1/5.
Bro, he's at point. Flex, what are you saying then? No.
No, I'm just asking around. I'm just just
have this discussion.
Whoa.
No, didn't we talk about this like a month ago? I feel like we did speak about this a month ago.
Hey, Brenda says 150 is a lot though.
I don't. Bro.
Really?
How much was Coutinho? Out of I think it was 120, wasn't he?
150.
Lost your absolute no. With inflation, he's at
150 mil, and you're not taking it. You bugging, Bridget.
What are you gonna get? What are you gonna get that's gonna make you better?
I could get 9,000 Dorgus with that.
Flex,
now you can only get 7 Dorgus. You're gonna trade him for 7 Dorgus?
Oh, James still doesn't need. We need more Dorgus. James said, bro. I always take that one out.
I said, Flex, since he said this, because I agreed with him as well. Since James and I brought that up, your maths has been out the window.
I know, because I remember he brought it up on the show and it worked perfectly. Because he was like, that's like 3 more Dorgus, and I'm like, that's true. You know, we need more Dorgus, like the 50 grand a week. But I'm just being silly and taking it to a place it doesn't need to go. But I tell you one thing though, I do know Kevin Gary, and I don't know, like the 150, he's been a bit quiet. So I'm like,
because I feel like. Do you know what it is? Yeah, I'm trying to really understand how these signings work, right? You know, you say that you can. It depends on what you get. So if you got like rid of Bruno, you got Florian Wirtz or these other players. Like, what are you bringing in quality-wise? Because I think a player that needs to replace Bruno has to probably cost that much. A Musiala, how much is he going to cost?
Yeah.
You need to.
And is he going to leave for that? Why would he come to us?
Right? And then he needs to offer, because we're still floating near relegation, yeah. And he's got 37 GA. I don't know how much he's done in the Premier League, but he's been so important for us. So the next player has to offer that. He has to offer that and more, and to go and stay fit, like. there's a lot of variables where it is. I hear 150 million, but you have to ask about what that person's value is to you in your club at the present time. At the moment, we know that Bruno's like so far because we're reliant on him. Well, we need him. So what you're telling me is you have to bring in players that hit the ground running and that can do what Bruno does with ease. And I don't know yet. Like we haven't been that lucky in the market to find that. You know, like what if you got rid of Bruno and you just brought in bare Joshua Xerxes or Joshua Xerxes? Wait, what am I getting? Joshua Xerxes and two Rasmus. Wait, one Rasmus, two Joshua Xerxes. That's 10. That's 7 goals.
Yeah.
That's 7 goals, mate.
Yeah.
That's like it would have looked great. It would have looked great at first, but then it's how you move that money. We'll need to buy any quality talent.
What if Cunha and Mbeumo?
You got to get him anyway.
Is there enough?
Yeah, that we might. Yeah, we're talking about that anyway.
Is there enough? Anyway, no, but that's what I'm saying. You have to, because remember, like Anthony cost 90 million, and we didn't see a good penny of that in terms of from our investment. Yes, Real Betis are enjoying that, but a player's got to come to Man United, hit the ground running, stay fit, and be influential on the pitch and relax. And we all know, like, the fact that we can say when the game's coming up, he's going to score, he won't let us down. I think that goes that I don't know what value you put on that, personally.
Yeah.
They're saying it's almost Freemason Mounts, mate. So, that's the
and exactly. And look at that. That's what I'm saying. So you can spend money. We spend a lot of money, bro. This club has spent a lot of money, and you can't see the value in the playing squad. So you got 150. How are you spending that? People don't even want to sign Delap. Imagine selling him and then bringing in Delap, Mateta, and Thingy. Now all of a sudden that 150 didn't feel like good enough spending, does it?
Yeah, I hear you. Let me get these super chats out. WJ Barrett says, I love Bruno, but isn't this our problem? Keeping players beyond their peak. He's 31, guys. Just discuss for real. I'm taking the 150 before he breaks. Super Art says, you can buy half a new team with 150 mil up front. Team will space out payments for new players. Dwayne says Bruno plays DM, CM, Cam, 100 per position. So he needs a light 300 mil. He needs a light 300 M's for Bruno. Josie says, funny how rivals disparage the Carabao, FA Cup, and now Europa when United threaten. Winning silverware isn't for clubs like Arsenal. #Wenger on crack. Yeah, we'll talk about that a little bit later as well. KJ, I know you was going in on that. See,